Greetings, YouTube! Danny Staten here on the Daddy Dan blog. I got a rare treat for you today, boys and girls. I'm flashing back to our youth. I'm flashing back to when we were children. I'm checking out Ultraman. Does anybody remember Ultraman? We used to watch Ultraman when we was young on PBS. Well, I did anyway. It's what do you call it? Nemesis comic. It's Nemesis Comics #1 from 1994. It's the story of Ultraman. And this time Ultraman's fighting -1, ancient evil that has arisen on planet Earth. Hey, Dave Sunstorm! Would you call that the good stuff? I don't really know. Well, you're an Ultraman fan, Dave. Let me know in the comments below. And a special shout out to my friend Pat McCormick at the Golden Rage of TV. I bet he'll enjoy this one too. He looks like an Ultraman fan. Let's get started. As usual, inside the front cover, you'll find the names of everybody you want to blame for the incredibly bad piece of crap we're probably fixing to endure. Now, I can't say that. Really, I can. Ultraman, the negative force, that's the inside cover, and it blows. Well, it starts out with this thing. And it don't tell its name. It just calls it a -1. It's a -1. I guess he's a bad guy. He looked like Kumasatre to me. Looked like some old ancient Japanese warrior from back in the day. I don't know. Anyway, he's coming forth. He's an ancient evil. He has risen, and only one man can stop him. So in full panels with very little story and very little happening. Yeah, lots happening actually. It starts out at the very first page of the book with some giant-ass ancient evil fighting Ultraman in a battle with lasers and fireballs and all that wizard-looking stuff and evil lass and shit. No, a comic book has started with a little bit more story. But I'll give credit where credit's due. This is some fine art up in this Ultraman comic book. Yep, I like the way it's drawn a lot. So goofy-ass giant uses his magic powers, locks Ultraman up in a rock. That sucks. You can't lock Ultraman up in a rock. Meanwhile, some guys in space are flying around in their spaceship and they got a fire and people's dying and what the heck? All this excitement calls for a commercial. And in this commercial, you can join the Ultraman Sci-Fi Quest. Yep, you can fill out this back in 1994 and they'll learn all about your information and who you are and where you live and, well, you know, in the modern day, this might not be the best idea to put in a comic book for kids, guys. Really, it might not. Back to this all-around action in full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. Today we're looking at Ultraman from 1994. We're seeing how Ultraman freaked. We were seeing how he became one of the Fantastic Four, flying around in space having, what the hell? No, that's the wrong book. He wasn't one of the Fantastic Four, was he? Anyway, 4 guys go in space. They have an accident. He gets bestowed by the power. He gets to become Ultraman. He remembers his training back when he was the White Ninja, apparently. He got taught by this goofy bastard how to do martial arts, how to be that, how to be a hero. And that's all you need to teach you how to be martial artist is a cripple guy. Because cripple guys make the best martial artists, right? They stand up to bullies. So in some miserable backwards-ass flashbacks, we see the master fight some bullies. Whoop they freaking do. I really want to see how the master fights some bullies back in the day. Oh, my God. This book's all over the place. And then you get another commercial. Oh, it's going to be one of them commercial-ridden, irritating. Anyway, you get a lot of commercials for Ultraman products. You can buy all this wonderfully cool Ultraman gear. Back in 1994, I bet you $1 you can still buy Ultraman gear. But I'm not so sure you want it sent to your house. You might want to get a post office box. Well, I give credit. This Ultraman comic book is about like watching a TV show back in 1970 because it's all over the place. You got the evil monk talking to the captain. You got some guys on a private plane having a problem. You got the crippled master talking to his buddy. You got somewhere off in the future where a Themana's flying around in the sky and everybody's talking to them. What the heck's going on? You got some people over in China discussing the thing that just showed up from space. And somewhere on the dark side of Japan, you got a giant raccoon with a spike on its back running amok and biting some asshole on the leg. Jesus, this comic book is everywhere. Bear runs amok. Dude kills it with a cane. Dude has a vision. He wishes he could become Ultraman because he once was Ultraman 50 years ago. I don't know, but he's in his bed waking up, having dreams about being Ultraman. His buddy, who also sleeps in the same room with him, wakes up in a cold sweat. No comment on that one there, Dave. Anyway, they go out to their little pagoda in their backyard. Apparently, they're a couple. Oh, my God. It's a modern comic for sure. Hey, you get this right in the middle. What a great centerfold. You could hang that out and tear it out and see it's a centerfold. And it's an actual clip from the old Ultraman TV show where Ultraman's fighting a big-ass armadillo. Does anybody know what that thing was called? Let me know in the comments below. So in full, hard to understand panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. Crippled guy who used to be Ultraman 50 years ago is hanging out with his life partner, and they building spaceships, and they're creating robots, and they're all science guys, and they had a hard day at office, and wobbles off down the road with his life mate. They're having problems. They're having talks. They decide to jump in the hot tub for a little while. Oh my God! So after skipping a page of modern grossness that I cannot show you on YouTube, I promise you that, I had to go into the bathroom and throw up for a little while. Now I get to do some freaking drugs. Oh my God, this comic book is killing me. Anyway, crippled guy and his life mate are talking to the military. Crippled guy and his life mate are coming up with a plan. Crippled guy and his life mate are doing some dastardly deeds and being shot at by the military. So in full panels brought to you by Daddy Dan. I had to say, I wish Ultraman would show up in this Ultraman comic book. It sure would be nice. Anyway, old crippled guy who used to be Ultraman is running amok. Him and his life mate are taking on the evil robots. They're kicking the robots' butt because they don't need Ultraman because they're superheroes on their own, apparently. Even though he's crippled, he's vicious, yeah. And his partner can fly a plane. Oh, he can fly a spaceship, too. It's a spaceship. We can go into space with this thing. Woohoo! Well, life mate done float up into space while crippled guy's kicking the crap out of everybody on the ground. Dude flies away into space. He's headed up to where ancient Chinese spirit thing has captured Ultraman in that block of rock or ice or whatever the hell he's in. And here's the funny part. He got put in that on page 3. We like on page 23 now, and you finally see Ultraman again after that galage of modern day crap I had to sit through that made me want to pull my hair out and poke out my eyes. It really did. I can't take much more of this, guys. I really can't. Hold on for a minute. Wah, wah, wah. Here's a laughing joke for you. Soulmate guy crashes his little spaceship into the rock. It blowed up. I can't believe he did that, says the other guy in the ship behind him. And as it blows up, guess what? The ancient god is upset that guess what? He is free. Bam! And full panels brought to you by the Daily Dan blog. Ancient evil is all upset and growling to growl as Ultraman is free from his rock. The first thing Ultraman gonna do is attack, and him and the ancient evil do battle. And wham, bam, coom, boom. What a great comic. Not. Okay, moving right along. People are coming out in fear. They're seeing giant ants, giant bugs, and crippled guys running because he still wants to be Ultraman. He's running through the woods looking at some animals. He's all depressed. He can blow up rocks with his hands. Why does he need to be Ultraman? I don't know what to think about this comic book. We spent 90% of the comic book about some crippled guy dreaming of being Ultraman. Some crippled guy who feels Ultraman's spirit zipping through his body. Some crippled guy who gets harassed by the police at the last page of this long, drug-out comic book. I bought this Ultraman comic book for the cover, and I'm glad it's got a really cool cover because the rest of this book sucks dog beep. Anyway, Ultraman number 2 will be out soon. I think I'm going to have to miss this copy of Ultraman because I wasn't really impressed with the first one. Hey, here's an ad in the back for Frank. You can check out Frank Fritz as he travels around the world with his heterosexual life partner looking for really cool old antiques. No, I'm just kidding. It's not Frank Fritz. I was just joking. And here's the back cover of the Ultraman piece of crap comic book and all the people you need to write, blame, and smack in person if you see them. Let me give a few special shows. Check out the back cover. Wow. Now that's what I call a back cover to live for. And now let's do the shout outs. Check out my friend Dave Sunstorm at The Good Stuff. Here on YouTube, it's under the name Dave Sunstorm and his incredible cool brother Steven Sunstorm. Check out the Golden Ranger TV. That'll be Pat McCormick's channel. Check out my comparable friend Thrash Pondo Punch. You can find him here on YouTube as well as Ian over at Retro Serial. And that's my friends, the Good Stuff guys. My name's Daddy Dan. You can find me right here on the Daddy Dan blog. And that's my look at Ultraman from 1994. It's a #1 with one of the coolest covers I've ever saw. And being an Ultraman fan of the TV series from back in the day, I can't wait to hang this bad boy on the wall. Even though the comic book is modern day garbage with some really good art, but the story made me want to just poke my eyes out with an ink pen. Maybe I'll get something a little different inside next time. Till next time, this is Danny Staten. Be sure to like, subscribe, and be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that stupid little bell. And until next time, blog over, dudes!